it's still soft and chewy. It has a hard crust on the outside, all the stuff. Because you don't want all the bread in there. You need pockets to hold all the meat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk this way, and we're just gonna do a toast. The default setting is fine, 4. Let it run.
This dude is putting perfectly good Italian bread in the toaster oven. Not only that, he scoops it out. And then he says, bread is just a vessel. No, bread makes 80% to 90% of the sandwich. But he doesn't understand that if you have great bread, you're 90% there to a great sandwich.
We have 3 salts in here. We have Himalayan pink, just regular kosher, and then gray salt. We're gonna probably go with actually the Himalayan, I think, because it's just and of course this is a Jardiniere. This is from Del Falco's down the street. Applewood smoked ham. They didn't have the ham I wanted, so I had to go with that. We have a sopressata hot. We have a mortadella, and we have a capicola. So those are the 4 meats we're going to be putting onto our sandwich. Then of course, some people I know do not put mayonnaise on their sandwich. But you know what? I love mayonnaise. It's great. If you don't want to add it, fine. Don't add it. If you do, great. I think it's nice because it creates a barrier between the crust without making it really soggy. So while we go on to that, while the bread is toasting, we're going to go ahead and cut.
So he's missing some key ingredients. He doesn't have prosciutto di Parma from Italy. That is like the quintessential of a meat that needs to go on an Italian sandwich. He also is not using Genoa salami, which gives it a whole nother flavor. He's got the Supersat, which is great. Mortadella, not a big fan, but once again, that's here nor there. Everyone has their preferences.
Kind of Americanized version, I guess. So you definitely want to add the mayonnaise, just because not only does it add some creaminess to the sandwich, but it puts a layer of fat against the bread, so all the juices from the meat and the jardiniere and everything else, and the oil and vinegar, it doesn't soak all into the bread and make it really soggy.
He puts mayonnaise on the bread. Up in New Jersey, that should get you killed. No one puts a mayo on an Italian sandwich. And he calls it the buffer between the meats and the wetness and the bread. He doesn't use a balsamic vinegar. A nice aged balsamic vinegar with extra virgin olive oil is what separates a sandwich from an Italian sandwich.
I went ahead and bought this beautiful imported sharp provolone. Now I'm sure you've all had provolone before, and when you eat it, it's like kind of buying really cheap Swiss cheese. It tastes like nothing. You know, there's no flavor at all. Actually, at the place we went to, they won't even slice this because it's just the harder version of the cheese. And that's fine.
Here in New Jersey, we use fresh mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella on an Italian sandwich is what pops it. You got that nice softness of the cheese, a little saltiness.
All right, we're going to lay this down. And of course, being saran wrap, it's always going to be a pain in the ass. And as I get towards the end...
And now he's wrapping it in plastic
to press this down and all the oil and everything else to extract out. So I'm going to keep...
And he's pressing it with pots and pans. he just basically made a panini. So he toasted the bread in the beginning. He presses at the end. And it's nice flattened sandwich. That's a panini. That is the farthest thing from a true Italian sandwich that you could ever possibly get. Remember, subscribe to Ask Eric Prime, where I speak on food, business, and success. And maybe even some more topics.